What up, guys? Kevin here. Final Fantasy 16 reviews have dropped, and it's sitting at an 88. 88 is great, but I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be a little bit higher. I thought it was gonna be a 91, and even then, especially after that demo, I'm like, man, I think this could come in a little bit higher. But no, 88. Game has some issues. The game has some issues. And you can look at this 88. This is a PlayStation exclusive. We know there's a media bias towards PlayStation exclusive games. So, oof. But, no, it's sitting at an 88 with 88 reviews. What the hell happened? What the hell happened? It's crazy that I have to do what the hell happened for a game that got an 88. And I'm going to explain what happened. I'm going to explain exactly what happened with this game. This game really reminds me of Final Fantasy 12. If you just play and beat Final Fantasy 12 without doing anything extra, it's a fine game. I mean, I did that when I beat it. I went, yeah, that was a pretty good experience. It's a pretty good experience. And then I did the rest. I did the hunts. I did all the crazy side quests. I explored every nook and cranny. I got every weapon, even the secret, the invisible bow, forgot what that was called. I got that. And I played the game for at least 150 hours. And it's now my favorite game of all time. And I'm thinking that's what's happened with Final Fantasy 16. I think if I've seen reviewers, some of their critiques don't line up with other people who seem to have played a little bit more than just the main game. But yeah, if you just play through the main story, you're not going to get you're going to get a good feel of the combat, but you're not going to really, I don't think there's a Final Fantasy game where you are 100% in tune with what the combat can provide you if you just play the story. A lot of times the story is just beginning, or the game, your experience with the game is just beginning when the story ends. But let's start with the story. The story, to me, was a standout from just the demo alone. Then I saw Gene Park, shout out to him. He seems to be a super uber Final Fantasy fan, so I respect his opinion on the game. And he said it just kind of falls off in the second half. But, which, having just played Trails to Azure, that happened with that game as well, too. Just I felt like the second half, but it was just the final chapter where it fell off for me. So, at least going in, I'm aware of that, and now my expectation is low for the second half of the game, and I bet now it's going to be like, oh, that was fun. That was actually okay. So, don't mind that. Character builds, just playing as Clive alone, I know people will have an issue with that. I don't, but it sounds like you can't get too crazy with your builds. Now, this was from IGN, and that's a review I probably don't suspect they just played... They played more than just the main game, so I'll leave that with an asterisk. He did say it's very linear, IGN. That I was worried about. After playing the demo, I'm like, this is linear as fuck. This is probably even more linear than Final Fantasy 13. And he said there was no reason to go exploring. Again, I doubt that. I think once you actually maybe complete the game, and I'm sure areas are going to open up and there's going to be some secrets. I guarantee there's secrets that you need to go find. Combat, seems like people are pretty unanimous that the combat is pretty damn good. I think that's the standout. Even though it's the most divisive thing about the game, people don't respect the game because it has action-based instead of turn-based. But the combat's pretty good. Side quests, now I've heard someone say the side quests, I've heard a couple times the side quests are dull and boring as fuck. Now, IGN did say that they're some of the best side quests after the first half. He did say the first half are boring, delivering bowls of soup or something, which, am I the only one with side quests I expect and don't mind boring side quests? As long as there's some good ones here and there. I don't need everything to be like Witcher type frying pan, get the frying pan side quests. Stuff like that. Like, I don't mind going delivering bowls of soup. I like the mundane in my video games. I like, if I go off against Bahamut and then a minute later I'm delivering soup to patrons at the hideout. I like that stuff. I like just time to relax and, hey, I can just put on a podcast and do fun shit in a video game. The characters are great. That's good. Soundtrack is, I think probably the soundtrack is the one unanimous, like, yeah, this is a banger. This is a banger. I guess the characters are pretty damn good. I think I saw someone say they're the best character since Final Fantasy IX. 10, buddy. What about 10? I like 13. I even like 15. I really like the cast of 15. I don't think 15 gets the credit it's due. And I do wonder if people who are not so hot on Final Fantasy 16 will maybe give a little bit more roses to 15. With this getting an 88, meaning some people didn't give it a perfect score, maybe those people will go back and play 15 and go, you know what? It's not that bad with all the updates and everything. They fixed Chapter 13, I heard. Not that bad. But yeah, 88 for Final Fantasy 16. I realize it comes out tomorrow, which means midnight on the East Coast is 9 p.m. my time. Holy shit, I could be playing Final Fantasy 16 tonight. I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy 16 tonight, it looks like. Wow. That just blew my mind right now. I'm like, all right, I gotta wait till tomorrow. And tomorrow I work from home, so I won't tell anyone. I'll be playing some Final Fantasy 16 while I fuck around with some spreadsheets. Look here, it says also on PC. That's funny. It's not on PC. It will be on PC. It's not on PC. But Final Fantasy 16, 88, came in a little low. It seems like it's settled there with after 88 reviews. Maybe it'll go to 87. Maybe it'll go up to an 89. But Final Fantasy 15 was at an 81. I just looked. So it definitely is a step up from Metacritic score-wise. It'll be interesting to see, with these Final Fantasy games. I remember 10. I remember people like looking down at 10, and now 10 seems to be every Final Fantasy dork and their mom's favorite Final Fantasy game. But I remember 10, like the discussion around it was like, this isn't my Final Fantasy. They got all cutesy and it's for girls. Remember that discussion. But now people love it. So, you got to really judge these games after, years, decades. But I'm going to judge it as soon as I beat it. And I'm going to beat the whole damn thing. I don't know if I'm going to get the platinum. I think Final Fantasy difficulty, I think that gets unlocked after you beat the game. I hate that stuff, but we'll see. Anyways, I got to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Later.